So, hi everybody. My name is Ignas. I'm from Lithuania, but I usually live now in Denmark. I work in the restaurant Kapo Ando. It's like between tavern and izakaya style. We serve fresh food and yakitori.
Ignas, we started differently.
Yeah?
I didn't present you like Ignas. Give a round of applause. Where's that?
So-
It's Ignas. Please give a round of applause for Ignas. That's how it goes. You need to take the people to yourself, not just start. So, as I understand, you're gonna make something from tuna, yes?
Yes, so we're having the tuna loin. I'm gonna do two dishes out of it. One is gonna be savamushi. It's egg custard with like a cured tuna. And second one is gonna be more like into the tartar style with the flattened tuna.
I will take just a few questions and then I will leave you be.
Yeah.
Okay? So I just want to ask, what is the most important part when you are preparing tuna?
I think it depends on the tuna size. Like this is the loin. Loin is much more leaner, so you don't want to really cook it as a steak. I would say because it gets drier, or you leave it medium rare, so it's like still raw in the middle.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you cook it, it's gonna turn almost like a canned tuna.
Okay. When you are making two dishes, yes, as I understand.
Yes.
So, at what we need to take our eyes mostly when you to understand what is the hardest part of those two dishes you are making.
I think egg custard itself, it's very temperature-wise, because it's a custard, so you want it to be still like wiggly. If you cook it too much, it's just gonna be a scrambled egg in a cup. Second one, I think it's the flattening fish. It's one of the parts where it's like, it can go messy, but as well it's about using all the ingredient. So after you flatten, cut, you can use all the trimmings into it back again.
Okay, thank you. So I'm leaving you be. Just say what you're doing and what you're making. You can just take your eyes at our masterclass. I leave you with Ignas, and who doesn't understand English can take some. You can take the translation for yourselves. Okay, so please use that. And Ignas, stage is yours.
So first of all, I'm just cutting the slices for the flattening after it. Then I'm just gonna steam the egg custard right here. It's already pre-cooked, so it's just a shorter time. The egg custard is 100 milk, 100 cream, kombu. Kombu is a seaweed that usually you get in the massive sheets, dried out. Kept it overnight so it gets infused. After adding eggs, it's around 27 grams of egg into the custard. And steaming around 20 minutes, then it gets like pretty nice. Heating up, it's not more than 45, 50 temperature, the core. Then I'm just gonna dice it up, what I'm needed for the savamushi. As well, for the flattened tuna, I pre-made like a brushed soy. It's with the soy, mirin and sake, kombu, and katsuobushi. Katsuobushi is a dried fish. Kept it as well overnight so it gets infused. Gonna brush it up so it gives like saltiness a little bit and not so powerful as just a flat soy. So the idea about the dish, tuna is like quite lean, so you don't want it to overwork it as well. It's a pretty nice product by itself. So don't need to add too much in it to not overpower it. Or you can go very fusion and do a lot of it, like spice it up and do raw style. As well, when you receive the tuna, highly recommended to drop it in a salty water and kind of wash it out. Then it increases the color from tuna and clears all the tights from it. So the savamushi is gonna be egg base, then tuna. Then we're gonna have ponzu sauce mixed together with brown butter to give some fatness as well to it. And ponzu sauce. Ponzu sauce, it's soy together with yuzu juice that I made it yesterday. As well, you have nori seaweed inside and katsuobushi. When you're making savamushi, it doesn't need to be the cups with the lids, for example. You can just clean film it, and it's gonna be work fine as well. So it can be any kind of style of the bowl. Could probably do it in a flat plate, but it's just gonna be harder to keep the consistency out of it. So for chopped tuna, I'm gonna do the coriander stems, because for the other one I used the coriander leaves. So I wanted to use all the product itself, so I assembled it together. Then I'm gonna do apple as well for it. So the custard itself, it's very soft. So you want to give a little bit crispiness into the dish. Otherwise, it's gonna be very soft eating. And I think always when I'm planning on a dish, I always think that it needs to have a couple levels. So you get like soft texture, liquid texture, crispy texture. Many textures you're adding, more it gets together and much more fun to eat. Ponzu sauce mixing with the brown butter. I would say it's more butter rather than a ponzu, because ponzu itself is quite acidic and salty, so you don't want it to go too much. And as well, because it's a liquid and the butter, it's never gonna get together. It's gonna like separate unless you add xanthan gum to kind of connect it together. And since my ponzu was quite cold, it just got butter set again. So I'm just gonna heat it up so it melts down. So while the savamushi is steaming, I'm gonna flatten my tuna for it. Whenever I will find my cling film. Usually, if it would be a restaurant, I would do the savamushi in a steam oven, much more easier, much more fast. I mean, here I can just fit 3 of them, so it's a little bit time consuming. So for the flattening, I'm just gonna use cling film and then top it up with as well, so it just doesn't break and easier to move it around after. It's almost like doing a schnitzel, technically. You can flatten it quite a lot, but then, because it has the fibers on the side, it's just gonna start breaking over the sometimes, so you don't want to go too thin. But as well, it shouldn't be too flat and too thick, otherwise it's just not nice to eat. Ideally, tuna comes fresh, but not always you can get it fresh. Sometimes you get frozen. The tuna holding temperature in the freezer, it's best is -60, actually, but not many restaurants can afford. Sashimi places usually have it, or sushi places. But if you have it in a normal freezer, or your supplier sends it from -60, then -25 can hold it for some time, but it still oxidizes the tuna that you usually trim off from the sides, and you can still use it. But then the trimmings you could turn into the something called shokujin. It's like a pulled tuna. And it means like a sticks, so because it pulls out. For the beating it up, you can as well use the silicone mat. That would work. It's just you couldn't see how flat it is, or you would just need to keep checking it. So for this dish, I'm gonna cut it with the ring. After, keep the trimmings, mix them with coriander sauce that I have. Coriander sauce, it's soy, palm sugar that Miron as well used. Soy, palm sugar, oyster sauce, coriander, a little bit of ginger. Blend up together. And lime juice as well. So it keeps the green color moist as well. Then we're gonna make the sauce from dashi. Dashi is essential cooking liquid in Japanese cuisine. It's a dried seaweed kombu. Can be shiitakes and katsuobushi, cooked, rested for a little bit. And it's gonna be a butter sauce, so I'm gonna add a little bit cream and butter to it. Just because my water doesn't want to boil for some reason. I'm gonna move it to another pan. So since it's a trimmings and I don't really need it to be diced properly, I can just mix it up and because you're already gonna have from the topping a firm texture. So this one can be even like liquid, would be totally fine. So what we're having should be quite enough for the 6 portions. So first 3 is quite ready. I'm just gonna do it in 2 times, so it's just easier and people can have it as a still warm dish. So when you're steaming it, you get like a little bit of water on top of it, so you need to watch out so you don't get it inside the dish. So I have diced from the before. I have apple and coriander here. And I put a little bit of the ponzu, so the tuna gets salted as well. The way to present it is like you can either put it like I do, you can spread it, depends on your style and how you like to do it. Can be stripes, can be lines, depends on your preferences. Then here I have the rose vinegar. It's wild rose picked from the beach side on the springtime when it's blooms, and just put in the flat vinegar and hold it over the time you want. It actually extracts a lot of flavor, and it's quite fragrant. Here I'm having the shiso. It's a Japanese mint. And here I have chopped nori seaweed as well. Yes, so that's not all. Have red pepper as well, or rose pepper. Now it's done. The lids for the samamushi would keep it warmer for longer, so it's nicer. Depends on the kitchen where you're working. Some of them has lamps, some has heating tables, some doesn't have nothing. for this one, have the tuna that I chopped. Then I have coriander sauce. If somebody wants to try coriander sauce by itself, I can give it to you as well. Yeah, of course. Okay, no problem. No problem. Just grab this one. It's quite strong on the flavors, so don't need to put too much. Maybe soaking. I'm just gonna put some chives. So we get more space here. Doesn't need to be precisely pressed, since I'm still topping it up with another layer. So here I have a dashi. I will warm it up so I can add the butter after and a little bit of cream. Even after cutting the tuna, if the sides are not super perfect, it's totally fine, since we're gonna sauce it up and nobody gonna notice even. This as well you can see on this piece. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. It's a fiber that just like lets it go. Because all the tuna has the fibers, So here it goes the stripes. You could technically take it and just peel it out and have piece by piece. It's a big loins. Then just gonna brush it with the mixture of soy. So I don't need it to be boiling, I just need it to be warm so the butter gets incorporated. As well, I'm gonna add yuzu kosho. Yuzu kosho, it's a mixture. It's a fermented yuzu zest together with jalapenos. Can make it at home, can make it with any different flavors. Doesn't need to be yuzu. Can be like fir tree spikes. Depends on which cuisine you're preferring. It's quite aromatic and gives a nice heat to the dish as well. On top of tuna, I'm gonna put furikake. Furikake, it's rice seasoning, usually used for onigiris or just plain rice eating. It's sesame seeds as a base and nori seaweed, then you just can improvise. Here I have seaweed, sesame seeds, salt, and a little bit of chili. And if you're adding the yuzu kosher to sauce, you don't need any salt because usually salt is already salted itself. Here I have some psyllium flowers. You can get them in a white or purple colors. It's a quite nice decoration. Gives the dish some elegance as well. So at the moment, the sauce has heat but doesn't have any flavor from yuzu. Just gonna pop it up a little bit more and maybe add a little bit of salt, just because milk or cream makes the sauce much more sweeter than it's supposed to be. Maybe there's any questions about what's going on, and I could answer them meanwhile. Thank you.
So big applause for Ignas Damanskas, Lithuania, Best Chef of the Year 2022 and 2024.